Let's say example, you've been working a long fucking day, you tired, you just want to relax, and you want to walk around your house butt naked with nobody telling you shit. You can fucking do that when you got your own fucking spot. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Brandon, aka Bizzle, aka Pretty Boy Fleazy. More importantly though, I'm the leader of Young High Flyers, helping my young men get success by any means necessary. You feel me? Today, we talking about getting our own fucking place. We talking about getting our own apartment, getting our own room, getting our own fucking shit. Cause if you a man, or if you want to be a man, because you young right now, you gotta have your own fucking spot, bro. Look, I don't care how much you love your parents. I don't care how much you love your friends, how much you love your roommates, your frat brothers. You can't call yourself a man unless you got your own fucking spot, bro. Because at the end of the day, you get so much fucking freedom, bro. Like, example, when you got your own place and you don't got nobody else living there, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. If you want to throw a fucking house party, you don't gotta come and be like, hey mom, hey dad, you think you guys can let me borrow the house for the weekend? Fuck no, you just go ahead and do that shit. If you want to invite a girl over, instead of you doing a fucking ninja, you on Wipeout trying to avoid obstacles to sneak her ass in your fucking house, just invite her to the front door, alright? Or let's say example, you've been working a long fucking day, you tired, you just want to relax, and you want to walk around your house butt naked with nobody telling you shit. You can fucking do that when you got your own fucking spot. You can't call yourself a man if you're destined to live with people, straight up. The only way that I can see it being acceptable is if, one, your family is dependent on you and realistically they don't have any other way to pay their bills. Like, let's say you live with parents and they ain't doing shit, or let's say they don't make enough money and they need you to contribute. Okay, that's fine. Or number two is that you want your own place, but you're not ready for it. As in, you don't have enough money saved up, you don't make enough money each month. And realistically, you're just not at that point where you can actually move and be comfortable, all right? So those are the only two steps. Anything else, if you just living with your parents because it's comfortable and, you just want to just chill, you're fucking up, bro. Look, there's a reason why there's a lot of motherfuckers out there who be 22, 24, 26, 30 living with their fucking mom and dad. The reason is they got too fucking comfortable and they a 30-year-old little boy, all right? So make sure you get your own fucking spot. And today I'm gonna teach you guys how you can do that, all right? But before I do, man, leave a like on the video. Also subscribe to my channel if you're new, and let's get started, all right? So step number one, do your research and have a fucking plan. Because like I just said, if you don't have a plan, but you're like, okay, I wanna get my own place, a lot of times you're not gonna fucking take the action towards it. Set a fucking deadline, whether it's 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, God forbid a fucking year. But make sure you have a timeline, because once you have a set timeline for a goal, you're gonna take the steps to fucking get it done, all right? So like, let's say example, you want your own bedroom and apartment. What you're gonna do, right? Look and see how much you can afford, all right? So let's say you make $4,000 a month. You wanna get an apartment for $1,000, all right? Don't just fucking sit here and Google cheapest apartments in the area, because one thing that'll happen is if you just sit here and you Google the cheapest spot, your ass is gonna end up living in a fucking Section 8 apartment with fucking crackheads walking around. Damn, police choppers is flying over every fucking night because your ass is just trying to save money, and realistically, you didn't do your fucking research. So make sure, one, you check a good price. Two, the area. Don't live in a shitty neighborhood. And also, the third one, which is the most important, whether you can actually qualify for it. Because we live in a fucking America. Everybody checks your fucking credit. And if you got a low credit score, either one, you're not gonna get accepted, or two, they gonna make you pay a hella fucking deposit, bro. I had good credit when I got my apartment, so my deposit wasn't that bad. But had I not had good credit, they would have asked me for 1 full month ahead, and then also I think like 1 or 2 months worth of the deposit, and it can be a lot of fucking money. So make sure you do that first. Now, another thing you want to do when you're researching, don't just move into a fucking apartment because you want it. Make sure you got enough money to actually sustain it. Because the biggest fuck up I did when I got my place is I was just all giddy and shit. I was like, yeah, man, I'm getting the fuck out of my grandma's house. I'm gonna have my own crib. I'm gonna be able to bring girls over. Hell yeah. I got in that fucking apartment. Shit was cool for a couple months. And then I started getting behind on fucking payments. And I fucked up because a lot of times I wouldn't have money. And if let's say example, I'm paying my rent, because if you don't pay your rent, you ain't got no fucking place to live. You're gonna be homeless. But let's say something happens to your car, right? Let's say your car breaks down and you gotta put like $500 or $1,000 in your fucking car. Or let's say there's a fucking medical emergency and you just spent your rent money to, go to the hospital or something. Well, the rent people don't give a fuck, bro. They want their fucking money, and if you don't got it, you're fucked. And then not only that, but worst case scenario, if you don't have that money, you're gonna have a fucking eviction notice on your credit, and your credit's gonna be fucked up for 7 years. So before you get into a spot, make sure you have at least 2 to 3 times the expenses, not just for the apartment, but for all your expenses. Because let's say example, you want an apartment is $1,200. I live in California, it's expensive out here. So let's say your apartment's $1,200, and let's say all your other bills, including food and gas, is $1,500. So you have about $2,700 to $3,000. If you make $3,000, I don't want to wish anything bad upon you, but more than likely you're gonna run into some shit where you don't have enough money to pay all your bills, and you're gonna fuck your credit up, all right? So make sure you do that. And this is another option. If let's say you make a decent amount of money, but you're kind of worried about whether or not you can pay it, you can get a roommate. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend it because I got a roommate last time, and me and dude was hella cool. You know, we was homies and shit. But you know the saying of you don't know a person till you live with them, right? So I was living in that fucking apartment, and granted, we had a 12-month fucking lease. So shit was cool, and then after the second month, dude moved in his girlfriend unannounced. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, man, da. Then next thing you know, fucking bills was behind. Fucking light bill wasn't getting paid, and it was a fucking nightmare. I kid you not. I had a 12-month lease, and I literally wanted to leave after the 6th fucking month. But if you break a fucking lease, bro, again, your credit's fucked up. So make sure if you get a roommate, do a full background check, man. Go to the FBI, see what the fuck he done did in the past. But nah, just make sure he has a history of paying his bills, or she has a history of paying her bills. And if that motherfucker don't, do not move in with them, bro. Because the worst situation you can do for yourself is have a shitty roommate. I'm just being honest. All right. So once you do that, what you want to do is you found a place that's good or whatever. Try to negotiate the shortest lease, because like I just said, bro, you're fucking stuck with that shit for a certain amount of time. And sometimes there's special cases where apartments will have month to month, and that way if you do need to leave, something happens and you can't afford it, your ass can dip. More often than not, you're not gonna find a place like that, but you could do like a 3 to 4 month lease, you could do a 6-month lease, and you will pay a little bit more, but in my opinion, it's definitely worth it, because sometimes life happens, and if your ass is stuck at a place for a year and you realistically dug a hole for yourself, you're gonna regret it later, all right? So make sure you get the shortest lease term, and then the next step is that you put the fucking work in. Because what's the point of doing all this planning shit and planning your future if you don't put no fucking work? A plan without action is just a fucking dream, bro. You gotta make sure you work towards it. Every day, start getting your money right. Start looking for furniture, start visualizing yourself in your apartment butt-ass naked. All right, make sure you start taking steps towards it. And once you have that deadline, your ass is gonna be working like a fucking madman to get it, okay? And then the last step is, let's say you got the keys to your apartment. You walk in that motherfucker, you got that new apartment smell, you know what I'm saying? You fucking celebrate because you just got your own crib. Hell yeah, bro. Once you get your apartment, have fucking fun. Take a night out with the guys and celebrate your accomplishments, man. Because what the fuck is the point of doing all this work if you can't enjoy it? You get what I'm saying? So that's going to be the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. And I'll catch you on the next one.